Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stem with the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Dropping back, it's back. Working the middle, it's complete. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab on 3rd down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll bring it back. It's Evans. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Trying to get the edge on the toss. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any time between the quarterback and his intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that ball is picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
They'll try it over the left side. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
He's looking to throw it. Got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Quarterback saw a quick opening right over the middle of the field, so he spits it out to his slot receiver on the slant pass. Nice job.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 92, set to kick this one away.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from Baylor.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's why, as a defense, you can stay in your base personnel because of that linebacker. You don't have to substitute DBs to take on these receivers out in space. This linebacker is quick, he's athletic, and he is outstanding tackling people in the open field.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
about to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's back. Makes his connection. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Alabama 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Smith. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's looking deep. Oh, picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve his field position.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another.
The expressway is wide open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. The give is to Miller. Tackled after picking up the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
After that latest answer, Tide things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for room. It's Etienne.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. couldn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. Got room at the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Looking to move it through the air. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for 1st and goal.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air. It's back. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
Number 4 with the catch and scores.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on.
Trying to beat the D deep. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Makes the grab. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
2nd and goal for the offense. The give. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Defense becomes even more heightened in this area of the field. You get the short yard situations, the goal-to-go situations. They got to be dialed in. That's 2 big stops in a row by this defense, forcing a 3rd and goal, putting some pressure now on this offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The option look. It's loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break.
The end of the first half with the score, Georgia 28, Alabama 14.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Goes to the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
The give to the lone running back. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Beck. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. The quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Here comes that Alabama offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown there.
And the ball slipped out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And these wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get it to them and let them make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to them, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking for room, it's Etienne. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to him on the ground. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking to throw, it's Beck. He makes the connection. Still running at the 40. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. They'll run play action. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Darius is when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
They're trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside of the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
offense rolls onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. You could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a goal.
And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Wide out in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's caught. Turns it on in midfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. Escapes trouble. Keeps the play going. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Looking to the big tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Touch pass on the run. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 28, Alabama 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Going for the big play. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The lone back's got it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Back to pass, it's Beck. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Wide receiver shows motion. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Tosses it incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And these slant routes you throw quick. It's a timing route. You throw 3 million of them with a wide receiver, and most of the time, gets his hands up and catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Back to pass, it's Milroe trying to get to him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Bringing it back, it's Evans. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
To the ground with the back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
3rd down coming.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. This is a designed run. And the Dogs get it past the sticks.
Gain of 3. Good enough for 1st down.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense had its hands full when they finally wrestled him down short of the 1st down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Bernard. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Bernard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Back to throw, it's Milrow. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Bernard. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. They've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Handoff to the lone back. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To the air, it's Moss. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
And the decibel level starting to increase here on this early 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the inside give. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Marks. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to impose their will with the run. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They go to the ground. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Looking for a block. It's Evans. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. First down for this offense. Handoff to the single back. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Beck. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Trojans! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field. And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to pass. It's back. Gets it out fast. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You see this a lot from offensive coordinators. Where are you weak? Where are you vulnerable? Where can I get an edge? And you see him trying to get the ball in the perimeter early in the first quarter. Can I get outside the tackle boxes and have success?
And not only that, stretch them side to side, and it can pay off with your inside runs.
No doubt. Get them running sideline to side. Also get them a little tired.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, USC.
I love this free safety and how he plays center field, and oftentimes he's able to bait QBs into bad decisions. He did it right there. Made the quarterback think he was dropping one way, put his foot in the ground, got in front of that pass, and then showed you the wheels, returning it for a touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4.
He's tackled at the 23-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the 1st down. 3rd down coming. Wants to throw. It's back. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To throw, it's Moss. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The RPO fired complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Trojans have this offense rolling. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They'll try to get outside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Back to throw, it's Moss. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll go to the toss. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Beck. And they got him for the sack. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots. You read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Georgia sends out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Nice directional kick there, like a solid iron shot. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Moss. Quick strike complete. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Doesn't SC always seem to have a quarterback right out of central casting and one that'll pick up a first down for you with his arm?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter the year. It just doesn't matter the number. It continues to churn out. They find those guys. Just such an easy place to recruit when you got that kind of pedigree. You always find superstars at the quarterback spot.
Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. Offense in an empty set. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He wants to throw it again. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Running it back, it's Evans. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Fires to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Makes the grab on the left. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll throw it on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Marks. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. A little screen to the running back. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Branch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Here comes the option. The pitch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Now, how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the first down?
Yeah, and it helps, too, when you've got a running back like this guy. He just knows how to fall forward and get those hidden yards. Big weapon in this offense.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Trying to bully their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
And there's no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Just over 20 seconds to play in the half. You just don't want to make a big mistake here. Fast motion from the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Looking for a man. It's back. Looking for a huge play. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads it left. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. And the Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's back. Quickly out to the tight end. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Handoff to the single running back. Runs through a tackle. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Getting some heat. Fires Fires to the big fella. Hit the after. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. What a catch and run for 6. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Moss. Coming after him. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, you've given up this drive, then come down the field. You had such an opportunity to get the pick and close the door and shut down the drive and not give up points. That's a big missed opportunity for this defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Trojans! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
That makes the score USC 35, Georgia 14.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play.